Okay, so I'm gonna go through the rest of the card, and we're gonna look at the great fights here. We're gonna quickly go over these ones. Derek Lewis taking on Tai Tuivasa. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, um, Derek Lewis talked about how he didn't want to fight in Houston, Texas. He didn't want to be the main event. Okay, great. You're now the co-main event in Houston, Texas. Was it the fact that you were fighting in your hometown, or was it the fact that you were the main event in your hometown? That's the question here. And facing someone like Tai Tuivasa, who this is his biggest test to date. If you look at Tai Tuivasa's career thus far, you know, beating Sakai, beating Greg Hardy, and uh, Stefan Struve, all of these people, but losing to JDS and losing to after that going on a 3-fight losing streak in 2019. This is his biggest test to date. They tried giving the big test in JDS to Tai Tuivasa. He is a big fan favorite, and the UFC would love, and the fans would love Tai Tuivasa to pull off something great and to defeat someone like Derek Lewis. But Derek Lewis, the knockout king in the UFC, and especially in the heavyweight division, is no tough. It is a very tough task for any fighter, and he's coming off a win, devastating fashion in 2021 against Chris Daukaus. Um, some people, I think the Chris Daukaus was the betting favorite in that fight against Derek Lewis, and it shows you how people are forgetting um, how powerful Derek Lewis is, how smart he is at some points in conserving his energy. Some of the fights that you watch Derek Lewis in, he's conserving his energy, and he's waiting for the perfect moment to really to strike and to go after his opponent. And it's going to be such a fun fight. I mean, I hope it doesn't turn into, and I don't want to jinx it, but I hope it doesn't turn into something like the Francis Ngannou Derek Lewis fight, where they were both staring at each other because they both know that they have such powerful strikes in their hands, especially. Derek Lewis throwing a bunch of kicks and stuff as well. Very athletic for his size. And I just hope that you want to hope for the safety of these fighters, and you want them to do the smart thing. Um, and it would be amazing if one of these fighters showed off their jujitsu skills. But this fight is put here for a reason. This fight is put here for a reason. Tai Tuivasa could advance to maybe even become number 3 in the division, maybe become top 5 in the division. And Derek Lewis is just here to really put on these fun fights and put on a winning streak again and maybe fight for the belt again. I think that Derek Lewis has a great shot at it. Athletic guy. Yes, he is getting a bit older. How old is he now? He is 37. So he is very much near the end of his heavyweight run. I mean, we've seen heavyweights in their 40s do really well, but 37 is 37 at the end of the day. And you're facing someone in Tai Tuivasa who's 28 years old, super young for the heavyweight division, fought at big events like the Australia card, where he had his whole country behind him and fighting in that mega stadium with all of those fans and doing shoes in there. So both of these guys are ready for this pressure, ready to put on a fun fight. And what a way to string on the fans and to give us a little trick, and for them to fight so Derek Lewis' last fight was let's see, it was in December of 2021. So very recent. Um, recently, these both have fought. Tai Tuivasa, his last fight was in 2021 in December as well. So both of these fighters have immense respect for one another, and man, it's going to be a fun one, super fun one.